everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this episode of the Pre-Market Show. Remember that nothing that is said during this show should be construed as investment advice. You're responsible for your own investment decisions. Please consult a financial advisor before making any decisions based on topics mentioned in this show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, one and all. How you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, what's up? All good here. Not a bad week at all. So I just realized that today is the Michigan Consumer Sentiment, and as we know, that's tripped me up in the past. So I think I'm 2 for 1, 2 losses, 1 profit. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that coming in around 10 a.m. So how's things with yourself?
Everything is going well, Andrew. Everything is going well with me. I have a lot to be thankful for, and one of those things is being able to come on and do these shows with you. It's a really good highlight of the week, really. So looking forward to today. We have OPEX today as well, which we've talked about quite a bit. So should be a very interesting day in terms of market moves, and we'll have to see how we do.
Yeah, so with the OPEX, we're looking for traders, options traders to be closing their positions today. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. So anybody who has monthly options on single stocks, so for example, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, their May options are going to expire today. Similarly, anybody trading indexes, so think of S&P 500, NASDAQ, those are going to be expiring today. So what usually happens is they'll sell their May options and they'll buy the June expiration. So that's kind of what we're looking to see what happens with that today.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be mindful of that now going into the trade. But yeah, it's that Michigan Consumer Sentiment that's got me a few times. But at the moment, across multiple charts, we're looking bullish at the moment. But yeah, we'll see now when the market's open in 10 minutes what we're going to take.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it should be interesting.
So what's been going on this week? Much trading done?
Not as much trading as I would have liked, if I'm being completely honest. But it's been a good week. Overall, good week, good month. I've decided not to trade every day. So there have been a few days this week where I just did not trade. I did not place any trades, and I feel better for it. I don't think there's a need to trade every single day, and I'm able to focus a lot better on the days when I do, in fact, have active trades.
Yeah, makes sense, right? So yeah, that's a good idea, actually. And for myself, when I just look back through historical data, I can see a trend on certain days. But I seem to be taking a stop. So yeah, that's some really good advice and something I actually need to look into over the last couple of months. But today is not that day, so I'm probably gonna trade.
How's your week been? How's your week been going so far? It's been all right?
Yeah, it's been all right in fairness. So I took a loss on Monday, hit stop loss, and then profitable trade Tuesday, profitable stop on Wednesday, and hit take profit yesterday. So all in all, a good week. So yeah, no complaints from me. And what are we looking at? So for the month, we're looking 2 to 1, profit to loss. So yeah, quite happy with that at the moment. So yeah, let's see what we can get through today. So what are the markets saying to you today, Mandela? I can see you looking at.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I was just about to have a look at what's been happening overnight in the overnight session and what the headline news has been. I know Trump is on tour over in the Middle East, and he's making his rounds, and it seems like the markets are continuing to move higher, more or less, as he travels around the globe in Air Force One. There's been some talk about a new Air Force One coming into the rotation. But I really do think that this is a trader's market right now, and we have a lot of opportunities, especially after OPEX finishes, I think. So going into next week, we could see some really nice tradable moves, and I'm just preparing for that. I'm preparing for that. What about you? What are you looking at?
Yeah, so for a change, it's going to be S&P. So looking at that, looking at the 5 minutes, and as always, I'm just looking for the breakout after the first 15. So yeah, just got my eye on the chart at the moment. A little bit of a mixed bag. Yeah, so we've got M5, M15 showing down at the moment. The rest of the charts are showing up. But if in doubt, zoom out, right? So we could just be seeing a pullback on the lower time frames, and might just continue the trend from M30 up to the daily chart. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. We normally get a little bit of action, around 9:30. So yeah, we'll see what's happening.
Yeah, we can have a pull up here, a little look here. This is the commitment of traders report that we talk about sometimes with Jason Shapiro's tools built into it. And just to answer a question from last week from WhatsApp, this is commitment of traders provided by Jason Shapiro. So if you wanted more information on that, it's crowdedmarketreport.com to get access to this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the interview tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. So I noticed we got Asha's in the chat. So hello.
Hey Asha. Hey.
I God, it's Friday, everyone. Yes, and too right. Welcome to the show. Friday indeed, finally.
Yeah, we look forward to Friday for various reasons. Also, Capital Preservation Friday as well. So, nice to have you on board, Asha. Feel free to post any questions or comments in the live chat. Anything that you're thinking about or looking at, we're happy to kind of engage and share what we're thinking. That's what it's all about. This just quickly wanted to show you. This is ES. So Jason Shapiro trades 37 different markets. One of them is ES, which is the S&P futures contract. And what he's looking at is the large speculators who tend to be wrong 97% of the time. And then he's also looking at the commercials, and the commercials tend to be right. They are the 3%. And they started, if we look at the crosshairs, the large speculators started shorting S&P down here, and it's just moved up. So once again, this tool, the commitment of traders, has shown what direction or what side the smart money or the commercials are on. And it's I think very clear from this chart that the commercials are in the money, are in profit. So we'll continue to look at that, Andrew, I think in the next few days, and particularly tomorrow. I believe Jason may be able to join us live on air, which would be great. He can walk us through, because he explains this a lot better than I could. So make sure you check out the show tomorrow. It's going to be right here on the Signature FX YouTube channel tomorrow at more or less this time, half an hour from now tomorrow.
Yeah, so just quick question to the chat. So what are you looking to trade today? And are you looking to trade from 9:30? Are we looking to trade from the open? Or are we just tuned into the show to watch me hit the stop loss with the Michigan news? So, always.
The Michigan news. I mean, I feel like it's already gotten us enough time. So we know we've learned from that lesson. Interesting to note also, this is the UPX numbers. So for S&P 500, there's 1.2 trillion that's expiring this morning, and then in the afternoon it's 32 billion. And it's also a few non-SPY and some single stocks that are expiring today. Just giving you an idea of the numbers.
Yeah, it'd be good if we can get the consumer sentiment on that, right? Just get an idea where the positions are, long or short.
Yes.
Maybe something for you and I to discuss over the weekend, how we can do that.
Yeah. So the report from Jason Shapiro comes out every week. It's published by the CFTC every Friday. So we would have to use, I guess, today's data. Comes out, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So we can get that data today, and we can comb through it and see what we get. See what we get out of it. All right, time wise, looks like it's about 2 minutes left to the open, Andrew.
Yes, I'm locked and loaded. Right, the sniper's ready to go.
Okay, good.
But at the moment, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. So I've got the M5, M15 showing a downward trend, quite a strong downward trend as well at the moment. But yeah, from M30 up is green, so we could just be looking at a pullback, and yeah, we could see continuation higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom my chart right out on M5, but I'll make it as small as I can. I'm actually going to take a screenshot and run it through Grok or ChatGPT, just ask them to give us some market sentiment on it. I think I'll do that now, actually.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Good old AI.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot more recently as well. It's saved a lot of time and energy. It's really helped my life. I still always review stuff. I will always look it over and make sure that, you know, I'm not just copying and pasting. But yeah, you did a really good write-up on OPEX as well, Andrew. Last month's OPEX. That was very clear and concise. I like that.
Yeah, it's not ChatGPT is great. You know, just one thing I'm learning to do now is learning to script for AI. So that's the next thing on my project. And yeah, I think AI is going to be massive in the future. You know, it feels like to us now, it feels like a cheat sheet, right? You know, it feels like
it does.
But it's just the future. You know, I can remember having a calculator in school, and we thought that was cheating. And I think every kid's now got a calculator, right? So it's just moving with the times. And I think AI is going to play a massive place. You know, massive place in the workplace, right? So so scripting for sure. I think that's something you need to be looking at. And it's a great tool, right? You know, you can scan the web, you know, in seconds, rather than you just going through Google doing all the research by yourself. But you just got to give it the correct prompts, right? You know, if you know, the more descriptive you can put in, you know, the better it's going to be, right?
Yeah, and that's it. That's what it's about: being accurate, being concise. Just like when the bell rings, you have to be accurate. You have to be on the ball. And we have the market open now. So SPX is just printed here, just above. Looks like it's just above the previous close from yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I just got AI now, so I've probably sent them the last day of a 5-minute chart, and market direction's bullish, trending up with a pullback at the end. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what we do.
Yeah.
So
it's very interesting. Very interesting. All right,
yeah,
let's get to it.
Showing bullish unless we break some support. So okay, let's get to work. Let's have a look.
Get to work. This is it. We are live and direct on this Friday, 16th of May. Thanks to everybody joining and everybody watching today. Let's see how things unfold today. Remember, it's OPEX day. We also have 30 minutes from now. We have one of our favorite announcements. They call it consumer sentiment, and it's caught us out a few times. So keep an eye out for consumer sentiment. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just starting my markup now. So I'm just marking in the long positions and short positions. Like I say, I don't decide. I let the price decide which trade I'm going to take. So don't try and second guess the price or the market move.
Yeah.
But I am mindful that we are in a bullish market. So let's see which way we go.
I'm looking now as well. Having a quick look here.
And it's pushing down quite nicely on the open. So could be a time to put a little bit of support and resistance on my.
Been a lot of headline news last week or this week past, so I think if we have some time later we can go through some of that, some news about I think you sent me a message about one of the stocks that you were looking at as well.
Yeah, so it just caught my eye yesterday. So there's a new AAA game come out from Ubisoft, and basically they're tanking. They can't make a good game, you know, for love or money at the moment, right? So they've gone from about $20 down to about $2 a share. So a company the size of Ubisoft, I'm thinking they'll either get bought out or they're going to have to turn it around, right? I think they're too Now, personally, I think they're too big to go under. They'd probably be one of the game giants for years. So it's definitely something I'm going to track for sure. But you know what? If it gets down to $1 a share on Ubisoft, it's not a bad punt, right? And that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to see. So the last 2 games, I've just hammered the stock. They haven't been good. They just released the latest Assassin's Creed game. Hasn't done well at all. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But we could be seeing a sell-off with Ubisoft. So if we get a sell-off, potentially, we could see a nice bounce on that stock. So that's something.
Yeah,
so,
I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think that's definitely something to watch. More like a long-term, I think. Long-term.
Yes, I think so.
prospect.
Yeah, and just more of a punt, more of a guess than anything else. So just going back into the chat, Mandela, we've got a couple for you.
Yep, go for it. Hey, there we go. Elias Adraki. There we go. Hitting the gym, staying fit and staying healthy. Rosario, hello there. Hello, Rosario, as well. Irfan and Rosario, welcome to the pre-market show. Welcome. Hopefully later we could do a little bit of live trading, Andrew. I think if the opportunities present themselves, as we always say.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at it now. So I've just marked in some support levels on my chart, just in white. So M30's showing a downward trend as well. So let's see if we can break some of these support levels, and we could be looking to take a trade. Like I said earlier, for myself, I'm not going to guess the price or the direction. If it ticks the criteria of an opening range breakout, I'm going to take that trade. So so are you in the background? You're marking up quickly.
I'm marking up. Yeah, I'm marking up. I don't want everybody to see my my messy work in the background, but we're just about to finish the first 5 minutes, and I'm seeing a lot of weakness, I guess. You can see that from the Koifin chart as well.
Another question in the chat. So what's up? Quick question.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? We're gonna do the Budweiser. What's up?
Let's do it.
Quick question. Why not short as the options are sold? I think that's one more for yourself, Mandela.
So I think the question is with I'm thinking, why not short as the options are sold? So I'm gonna ask for a little more clarification, but I'm gonna attempt to answer what I think the question is as I pop up the SPX chart here. Okay, so what I think the question that's being asked is with OPEX, so options expiration, monthly options expiration today, a lot of market makers are selling options. So the dealers or the market makers are selling options. And what are you asking? Since the dealers are selling options, why don't we sell options as well? Is that more or less what the question is? And if that is the question, I prefer to go long options because I can limit my my downside. So whatever I buy, whether it's a call or a put, I'm limiting the amount of capital exposed. And I like that. So if all else fails and the option goes to zero, I bought an option for $5, let's say, as an example. The worst case scenario is I know that I'm limited to that $500 and no more. So that's why I personally prefer to buy options. Also, the strategy that we use favors buying options as well.
Okay, that's great. And WhatsApp is here. He's DJ Mandela's in the house. Quite right, he is. Yeah.
Look, I took some notes from last week.
Yeah, so we got no chipmunks today. And just to let the chat down, we didn't research any wildlife for this week. Sorry. So it was just the alligators from last week. But next week we'll definitely have something. What do you think?
So we do have
Mandela?
some music. I want to just on that question. I do have. So I've actually made 6 songs for today's show. So hopefully I'll sprinkle them in a little bit. So that's it. The songs that we have, there's 6 new ones, and one is one of Andrew's favorites, an older one that we'll hear a little bit later. So keep your ears peeled.
Vince is killing me now for that song. Okay, so what's happening with the charts? We digress too easily, right? Okay, so we're still looking bearish for myself. Just had a nice rejection wick off a 200 moving average and the opening VWAP as well. Okay, so we seem to be pushing down. Interesting. Okay, let me just get this up to date. Do you know, I'm going quiet now. I want to listen to the music.
Look, it's supposed to be there, but not there. Like it's there, but you don't notice it. That's the goal anyway. What's up? Next question: does closing of the options today affect the market down? So with OPEX today, there's usually a lot of volatility, just period. And every OPEX is slightly different. But what ends up happening is a lot of the options tend to cancel each other out. This is a quick chart here showing what's happening today. So you have the green, these are the strikes. And on the right hand, so the right hand side, you have what are the call options. And then on the left hand side, you have the puts. Basically what they're saying as of yesterday, this is a chart provided by barcharts.com. As of yesterday, the max pain is 58.40. So that's where the most options are gonna expire. 58.40 on the S&P on the cash. So if we do get there, that means we're moving down quite a bit from where we are now. We're currently 59.22. So that's another 80 points down. Now that could happen between now and the end of and the end of the day.
Awesome.
So
great questions. Thanks. What's up? But right. What you see in Mandela? You got your PAX box in?
Yeah, so PAX box, so this is the PAX box as we know. Let me see here if I do this and I do this. Okay, so PAX box is here. So this is the first candle. That's the low and the high. And as you rightly said last week, it's if you are in doubt, then you zoom out. So for this purpose, this is the high and the low of the first minute. And then for the 5 minute, this is the high of the first 5 minutes. That's the low of the first 5 minutes. And that's where we build this one out. So we got the 1 minute and we got the 5 minute. And we're looking for a breakout out of that, either a breakout out of the bottom of the 5 minute opening range or breakout out of the top of the opening range. That's what we're looking for. Andrew uses 15 minutes. So we'll give it another, another 4 minutes or so. Yeah. And we'll see some breakouts out of the 15 minute as well. And I like that our strategies are slightly different, but we can still kind of trade together, which is quite cool. Yeah, moving outside now, Andrew.
Yes, we are. Okay, yeah, not yet. So for me, it's still creating my opening range. Obviously, yes. I'm trading the first 15, right? So yeah, for myself, we just creating the opening range. This is the last candle. Then after this, I'll be looking to take a position. So M5, M15, M30, all showing red at the moment. But yeah, just mindful. H1 up to the weekly chart actually are all green. And we have got that Michigan news coming in as well. So just something to be mindful of.
The Michigan news almost makes me want to pause and hold off a little bit, because it feels like between now and the next 18 minutes, we could get some interesting swings. I almost want to wait and see where we settle at the top of the hour.
Yeah, so I think those first two times, just took me straight out, right? It just went straight into the stop loss, and then the price reversed and carried on with the analysis that we'd done. So yeah, I'm a little bit mindful of that. I might take the trade. I think it was last time I was in Spain actually, and the price just continued downwards nicely, so we went into the take profit. So yes, we'll have a look at it now. We'll have a look at the price, the way it's moving. And if we can get a break from the opening range, I might take the trade.
Yeah, last week you were really good on the trigger, very quick, and you acted decisively, which was quite commendable actually, and great trading last week.
Yes, we done okay last week.
Yeah, if we're looking at targets, this is the pre-market low down here. So that could be a nice potential target if we see a continuation out of the opening range. What type of punch would you call this, Andrew? Is that a half decent punch, even though it's before 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's a great punch through.
Yeah.
So but we can just see now it's testing the opening low. Let's see if it rejects off that. But yeah, if I was seeing that on the chart, probably a good indication for me to take the trade.
Yeah. I'm going to zoom out and have a look at the 5 minute. So that 5 minute candle still hasn't closed just yet, but we did touch the previous close. So yesterday, the closing price was just below where we are now.
We can see that price now pushing back in. So, potentially it could be, what we call a false breakout, right? Yeah, see the price is back inside the opening range. So yeah, a lot of people would enter on that candle. So the minute they punch the opening range, they'd be triggering a trade. But for myself, I like to wait. I like to get definitely a close below the opening range or above it. So what have we got? Just over 20 seconds to go. Let's see if this candle closes out. So it's not so much of a punch right now. Yeah, it's more of a sucker punch, right?
Yeah, it was. And that was on the 1 minute, to be fair. It wasn't on the 5 minute chart here. So still looking to see what happens in the first 15 minutes of the day. It looks like it closed slightly below the opening range low. Just a fraction of a point below. So let's see.
Yeah, so for myself, just looking at just some of the indicators I got on. So we've opened and closed below the 200 moving average. We had a nice punch through the opening VWAP, but admittedly, the VWAP's only got 10 minutes worth of data. Okay, so it's really nothing to look at. Yeah. For myself, it's still trading within the 15-minute opening range. So yeah, not for myself at the moment. Okay, it's going to be one of those shows. It's going to be a quiet one until we get a little bit of action. I think 3 o'clock we should see the price move. And yeah, once that news settles, potentially I might take a trade. So yeah, I'm going to call it now. I'm going to wait until after the Michigan news. So yeah,
that's very responsible of you. That's
for once.
That's a professional move.
Yeah, for once.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not going to jump in. I'm going to wait until 3 o'clock, and if I miss the opportunity, I miss it. But yeah, I'm not going to jump in.
I think there's so many times when, because you don't make money if you're not trading, and so the temptation is definitely there to press something, to do something.
It's a double standard, right? You don't want to trade to lose because it's capital preservation, but then scared money doesn't make money either, right? So it's just it's finding that balance, yeah. So in the chat, what's everyone trading today? Is anyone trading? Anyone looking at any trades? Anything you want us to have a look at?
UNH is an interesting one. Sorry, let's go to the chat.
Yeah, it's just if the chat wants to let us know, and then we will have a look.
UNH was making some headline news over the last 2 or 3 days. Some really serious issues with it. It's down 50%. United Health. So there were some criminal reports on their Medicare operations, and yeah, abysmal price moves over the last few days. Currently up today, so maybe some profit taken on those shorts, but not looking all that great for anybody who's long United Health. So keep an eye out on that. There's also another one that I think we should start a new segment, Andrew, and I'm happy to take the lead on this one. It'll be the IPOs, so the companies that have newly listed, the initial public offerings. I think it'll be nice to kind of keep an eye on some of those. We had Galaxy is just trading today. Actually, this is their first candle, so it's like a newborn baby that's just been born.
After 3.
Nobody,
come on, chat. Oh,
nobody wants an ugly baby. So they go by the name of Galaxy. These are live images from New York, Times Square. Galaxy is a crypto company. They're already listed in Toronto, but they listed today on the NASDAQ. So very interesting to see some new companies. We're used to seeing all the seasoned veterans, the older companies, but this one you can see it's very little data on it. So how would you do a support and resistance on this? I wonder. Let's see.
So first of all, your resistance would be the opening price, right? That 24.
Yeah.
So I'd be looking to mark that in. If we broke that price, that'll become our support, and I'd probably be looking to take a buy, right? Unless it tanks. But anything above 24. And some of these,
that's a good call.
Some of these crypto companies, I'm just making a note of it actually. So some of these crypto startups do really well. I don't get me wrong, I know a few tank, but it's been listed and it could be worth a shot, right?
Yeah, ticker symbol is GLXY if you're interested. They touch on some AI stuff as well, so keep an eye out for them. CEO is, I believe it's Novogratz. So he used to work for, I believe, Goldman Sachs as a trader and then branched off and created his own company. So GLXY, check him out. The newest member of the NASDAQ.
Yeah, just making a couple of notes what we spoke about. So actually, we were talking about AI earlier, and that's something I think to get involved in as well. If there are any other companies are listed, definitely worth getting into. I'm just convinced it's the future, right? It's the new pocket calculator. So and I just be used more and more.
Yeah, no, I full on agree. I think there's some comments in the chat as well. Thanks to everybody again who is in the live chat with us today. Really appreciate the time and the knowledge share. So what's up? What's going on in the chat now? Does it clear?
Everyone's busy trading, right?
Oh yeah. Everybody's getting their trades in.
So thanks for the chat and thanks for the live viewers as well. Nothing really happening at the moment. We're just waiting for a breakout of the opening range. Sorry we can't speed things up, but just have to wait for the price to come to us, right?
Yep,
so
that's it.
Here we go. We're just going through the motions, going through the process, and just waiting for that price. Sorry, Mandela, just go back to your 5 minutes.
Sure. 5 minutes, when in doubt, zoom out. There we go.
Yeah, so you can see we had a nice false breakout, right? Some people would have taken that trade. But for myself, it wasn't enough of a punch. It wasn't a knockout punch, right? We tested.
Yeah.
Like
this one here.
More of a sucker punch, right? We punched through quite nicely. The price pushed down nicely, but then the price just retraced and back into the opening range. So not enough solid candle below that opening range for myself to take that trade. And I don't think Jerry's with us today, but I'd also be looking for the Jerry retest, right? So we break above the opening range, we pull back, we fail to go back into the opening range, and then we look at taking the trade. And I think that's a safer way to do it.
Yes, and I do think the Jerry special should be framed and put up on a wall somewhere. Jerry is on vacation, a much needed vacation. He's been messaging from a hotel in Las Vegas.
Nice.
And so I think he's enjoying life, having fun over there. Vegas, I think it's 8 hours behind us or something like that. He's probably just waking up now. But yeah, the Jerry retest it's one of those classic formations that should never be forgotten.
Yeah, I don't know if you can draw it on the screen. It's the best way to describe it. Like, a little bit like a lightning bolt, right? Or a lightning strike, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lightning strike type of thing. Yeah, you're right. So if we do, I mean, if you had to pick, should I do it on the top side or the bottom side? It doesn't matter.
It's up to you.
Okay, let's do bottom side just because it's closer to where my mouse is. So we get an initial first move down. I guess this would be the first move down, but we get a second move down. We do a little revisit of this opening range low. Sometimes we could get to the PAX low as well. And then this will be the one that we really want to catch and hold on to.
Perfect.
So that's the Jerry
exactly
retest.
Yes. So yeah, that's what to be looking at, and with experience, we seem to pick up on those patterns more for sure.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough of them now to know when it's more of a fake breakout or when it's a genuine breakout as well. So let's have a quick look at some individual names, if that's all right with you, Andrew. So let's zoom into the top performers for today. So we have Charter Communications, that's up 3.54%, followed by Adobe. Adobe's up 3.28%. And then Eli Lilly. This is I think this is the only one owned by Michael Burry, who was famous for The Big Short. He's holding this one, and that's up 2.31% to the good. Accenture is holding down the S&P. This is the S&P top 100 mega cap. So Accenture is down over 2%, 2.5%. Starbucks, surprisingly, down more than 3%, and Broadcom also down close to 1.8%. So interesting sort of divide today. Looks like it's more gainers out of the top 100. So that makes me think maybe we get an upwards breakout, but we're still only 24 minutes into the trading day, 25 minutes into the trading day. We have that consumer sentiment news coming out any minute, Andrew. And we know the last few times it's been a gap. There's been some sort of gap as a result of that consumer sentiment data.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just eating a peanut M&M. Okay,
Yummy.
back to the show.
Yummy.
Right.
What color?
It was a blue one. Really good as well. So, nice. Okay, yeah, back to the show. So, yeah, Coifin's really good. With the market movers, gives you a good indication potentially which way the price is going to go. So it was like 2 for 1, right? I think we had like 60 in the green.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was around 30 in the red. So you could use that to help your analysis as well. For myself, just looking across the charts as well, everything's green apart from M15. So yeah, potentially I'd be looking to go long if I get the opportunity. And we just started to test the opening range high at the moment. So
really? Let's have a look.
Not far away.
Oh yeah, it is. It's creeping. It's creeping slowly higher. That's an interesting candle. I've learned not to read too much into any one individual candle, but this one is interesting. Usually this would mean that sellers won. Sellers had the upper hand on this one, but
yeah, we're pushing up quite nicely. We got 4 minutes down to that Michigan news comes out. So hopefully that can be the catalyst to break through the opening range high. We can look again at trade away.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see how we move into that Michigan news. Yeah, I think it's definitely something that we have on the radar because we've learned the hard way from many months of being unprepared for it. So I just put a little timer up there so that we don't forget.
Yeah. So with Coifin, that market movers chart you had up, could you can you drop that link into the chat for everyone, myself included?
Of course. So what I'll do here is, this is it.
That's the one.
I don't know if we'll take you directly there, but let's give it a try. Okay, this is going to be in the live chat for everyone. Koi Fin. There we go. All right, it's in there.
Excellent. Thanks, Mandela.
Of course. Oh, I wanted to let everybody know I got something in the mail today. So very interesting package here.
Nice. Look at those flashy things. Well, they trade in socks.
Yeah, trading socks, lucky trading socks, and then also a beanie, a hat, trading hat. So I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna definitely wear this when I am trading. It's my good luck trading hat and trading socks. So I'm very excited to add that to my wardrobe for the show.
Yeah, just don't get mugged walking around London. Someone thinks you're like a crypto millionaire, right?
Well, the socks, I think I'm okay. Maybe you think people know what candlesticks are? I guess so.
Yeah, it's quite popular, the forex these days, right? So yeah, just be careful out there.
Yeah,
you're not in Bermuda now.
Yeah, that's true. We've moved over to the London ends.
You're roughing it in the UK with me now.
Yeah, so, we're liking it. We're liking it over here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna just pull up. So investing.com is also a good one if you're looking at look, Michigan sentiment eyed. So even investing.com is giving people the heads up.
Okay, so yes, I got Coifin up. Excellent. Yes, you got the gainers 65, losers 36. Fantastic. Yes. That's great data. Oh, nice one, Mandela.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Yeah, that is helpful in seeing. I guess that's what's underneath the surface. So yes, S&P is up for the day, but how is it looking from a company standpoint, company to company standpoint? Just good to know. All right,
okay, so we got this. Here comes our news, right?
Yeah, here comes the news.
Okay, do you want to share your chart? We might see a bit of movement, so the chat can see what's going on.
Okay, here we go. So I think both of us are flat at the moment. No positions.
No, nothing at the moment.
And little gap up.
Okay. Wait, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is, and that's why you need to be careful when. So, I'm surprised the Michigan would have this effect on the S&P, right?
Yeah,
but, yeah, it's good lesson learned.
It's changed. It's completely changed the turn. I want to have a look and see what the actual number was. I can probably do that over here.
Yeah.
So
I've got that here actually.
You got it.
So
looks like the actual was worse than expected.
No, better actually. So the previous was 6.5, consensus was 6.6, and the actual was 7.3.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, something for us to look into. But that has a big effect on the S&P or the ES, right? And like I say, I've learned the hard way on it. And it doesn't come through as red news, right? It comes through as medium news, but definitely has an impact on the S&P, which we just seen live on the chart.
I think that should be relabeled as high impact news, because it repeatedly, at least this year, it repeatedly has shaken things up.
Yeah, definitely. So it's actually showing red on my FX book.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can see here on the news chart. Let's see if it's on the news with trading view. Yeah, it's actually showing different figures, but okay. Okay, so for myself, we've had the news. After this, the price should settle and we should continue the trend, right?
Yeah, we should. I mean, this is a red candle. We're below what we call the pack zone, which is the first minute, the low of the first minute. And it's just kind of sitting below that first minute low. But this candle is showing quite a bit of selling pressure. So let's see how things unfold. As you said, we don't like to predict. We like to react.
Yeah, so just I like the price to come to me, right? So yeah, we'll see. I'm okay. If we were to have like a gentleman's wager, I'd say we could see a break out of the opening high.
Yeah, I think that's probably that's the surprise move, I think. Based on what we've seen so far, I think the surprise factor, the wow factor, would definitely be a little slow move higher. But yeah, I think we always have an opinion. That's the thing. You have opinions, but you're not stuck in your opinion.
Yeah, no.
You're
So
not stuck.
I don't know. I think I heard this a couple of years ago. Opinions like arseholes, right? Everyone's got one. So, but
I
most
think
of them,
I've heard that one.
But most of them stink like shit. So yeah. So yeah, let's.
All right, the bar is open. The bar is open, everybody.
So that is my opinion, but let's hope it's not a stinky one, right? So let's go. Yeah, I'm going for potentially a breakout. So what are we thinking? Chat. We got some people in the chat. What do you think on the price?
Yeah, sticking. It's sticky. It's still sticky.
It is. It's stuck in that middle of our opening range, right? So let's see what we can do. Hey, what's up? Like my analogy of opinions. Thanks. What's up?
I'm sure what's up can relate. That must be it. Just having a quick look at the news. Nothing jumping out at me right now. That data that we just got a little while ago is just kind of circulating around the social media, circulating around the world. So I guess the market looks like it's just digesting that news, and we'll have to see how things resolve. But pretty much unchanged, I think, Andrew.
Yeah, it's pretty steady, right? I'm just gonna have a quick look on X now to see if there's anything trading related. So we got Pax. Happy Capital Preservation Friday.
Woohoo!
You're struggling this week, do not trade. Lost money is just that, lost. It's gone, it's history. You leave it there. Great advice from Pax.
Yeah, wise words. Very, very wise.
Let's have a quick look. What else we got going on? What other traders are online? Yeah, not a lot actually. Just more about Middle East. Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else we got going on for me? Just some pop culture and that's it. So yeah, just Mr. Pax today. Okay, here we go. Right. So
what are you seeing? Are you seeing any possibilities?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking long myself.
Yeah, it's looking like it wants to perk up a bit. I'm gonna zoom out one more time. Oh, that's interesting. On the 15-minute, which I sometimes do look at, it's
rejecting actually, right? You can see it's tapped the opening high. It's more or less tapped it again, rejected again. So yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, we'll see. So yeah, for myself, nothing happening and price is pushing down. There's a battle going on between the bears and the bulls, right? The people who are in the market already. Looks like they're fighting for their stop losses, right? Trying to preserve that capital, but we might see the bears would take the first round now. So we'll see. I can imagine there's a lot of stop losses just below that previous close, right?
Yeah, that's how I think of it as well. I think that's brilliant, a brilliant way to think about it.
I think there's a lot of stops sitting in there, and they're trying to get them. Yeah. And I think they might just take those stops out. If we do,
let's have a quick look.
So if we close below that previous close, I think I'll take a short position. And if we open that pre-market high, I'll probably go long. So I'd probably use those as my levels for the opening range.
So you're saying here's probably a lot of stops accumulated somewhere around here.
Or maybe just below the previous close.
Oh, just below. I see.
Yeah, so people maybe just a couple of ticks or a pip below.
So
just hoping that's
here. So that low. This is the low of the day here.
Yes, they would have got taken out there, right? But we might have seen some new money come in, some new buyers when we went back into the opening range. You could be seeing some stops around there. But for myself, if we get I don't. If we get a close below that previous close, I might take that trade. But I'm just going to wait for the price to come to me. I'm not going to second guess. Once I start second guessing, the trade plans are out the window. So yeah, we're going to have to wait.
Yeah. I'm just going to pull out some targets here just so that, because later on in the day, we could always get a late day breakout. Those have happened quite frequently as well. So in terms of targets above and below, if
This
we
my
do
music
move
playing.
above, yeah, I thought so.
I thought it was mine.
This is you. This is for you, man. And it's hopefully it's not too loud. It's not drowning our voices. So target. So if we do get above the opening range high, pretty much the pre-market high is just at the opening range high. So I'm not going to include that. But if we can get a nice clean break above, I'll be looking at this is the February close. So this February's close is just up there at 59.54. And then on the downside, if we get a nice breakout below, we could clear through those stop losses that we talked about, get a nice break down to what would have been the pre-market low for today. And that's sitting at just above 59.04. So near-term targets, always like to keep an eye out on both of those. And that helps in terms of the entry, looking at risk to reward, things like that.
Yes, so yeah, what another action-packed, dynamic, edgy seat show. Nothing's happening. So okay, we're gonna have to wait.
Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
We're just gonna have to wait. Yeah, nothing for myself. We're just sitting around the middle of the opening range for me. So yeah, nothing to get too excited about. Probably gonna jump off in about 10 minutes. And what I'm gonna do is set some alerts on TradingView. Yeah, and yeah, I can see me doing that. But I can see 3 levels of support on an M5 if we do break out between the opening lows, something to be careful of. But yeah, that news is out of the way now, so just let the price do its thing.
Yeah, it's this is the side of trading like we always talk about. You don't get a lot of this side of trading doesn't make the highlight reel. It's this is the patience bit, the waiting and actually following your process. Anybody can press a button, but I think you have to it takes skill to kind of sit and wait patiently. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
So
we have a couple things I can cover here, Andrew. There was what was it? Oh, Bitcoin. We'll have a look at I was thinking some charts.
So look some crypto, yeah, especially Bitcoin and XRP.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. So Bitcoin, this is a naked Bitcoin chart. If you zoom out, this is where we've come from. Come from back there. So it looks like it wants to test the all-time highs up at 109,000. And it's moved quite well over the last few weeks. What's your thoughts here, Andrew? Do you think it's losing steam here and rolls back over, or do you think it's got another push in the tank?
I'm going to be a positive crypto bro. I think we're just seeing some consolidations, taking a breather, and then we could be seeing a push higher.
Yeah, I could see that as well.
Hashtag not financial advice. But yeah.
Always.
But yeah, I think we had a little turn to the downside. We had what you call a correction, right? Which we've seen.
Yeah.
There's a big fair value gap to your left, which we filled, liquidity void, and yeah, I can see us pushing up now. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, if we consolidate and then we get another push up for some new all-time highs. That's what I'd like to happen.
Yeah, I think that's very, very possible. I will take another look at Jason Shapiro uses. We were talking about PAX earlier. Jason Shapiro uses the Commitment of Traders report. And even though it's a little bit, it's not a day-to-day tool. But if you look back in, looks like September here, last year, September, we had, if we look at the blue, so the blue is the large speculators. So these are the people who are wrong 97% of the time. And the red is who we want to follow. The red is the commercials. If it's above this line, the center line, that means that they're long. And if it's below, that means they're short. So all the way through here, we had large speculators shorting, and they got their face ripped off. And then as soon as they got long, it flattened out and started to move down. Now what's happening recently is they're starting to get short again. So these are the ones that you want to avoid doing the same thing or fade what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this supports your hypothesis for sure.
Yeah, I need to sign up to Jason's. I need to sign up to these charts.
It's worth it, man. I mean, this for me splits it up, and it gives me, I mean, it's not, there's no tool, as you know, no tool is going to be 100%. But tomorrow we will be going through this, dissecting this, and Jason really can explain this in a way that will, everything clicks. So looking forward to that tomorrow. And we're back right in the center. Look at that.
And we're back in the center. So should we have a quick look at our XRP? I know we had a pump this week. And
yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let's pull up the good OS XRP.
Quick question from What's Up. So what's up?
Yeah.
What's up? Do you ever look at the commitment of traders help decide to buy Bitcoin? Yes. So we just covered that. So good timing with the question. And yeah, if you just quickly remember what Mandela said when he showed the commitment of traders, we could see that like the institutes were looking to buy, where the day traders were looking to sell. So yeah, it's a really good tool.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. And that was good timing. Very good timing coming from the live chat. So yeah, great timing. What's up? Please keep the questions coming. We're going to wrap it up soon. I think if S&P is just going to be on strike today, we will just we'll finish the show a little earlier. Let's pull up XRP, which is right here.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a couple train tracks going on here.
Choo choo.
There
Okay,
we go.
let's get back in the zone. Okay. Right, what are you on? You're on the daily chart.
This is the deal. I feel like figures start when in doubt, zoom out.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
it's done okay, still trading around 240 cents. You know, that's not too bad, right, for where we were. I think the majority of people got in XRP around between 30 and 50 cents, right, if you're still holding. So you should be doing pretty well. I still think it's got a long way to go. I think it's got great opportunity for the future. I think, you know, $2 for XRP is cheap, especially compared to some of the other crypto coins. Plus with what you can actually do with XRP as well. So when we talk about utility usage, how suitable it'll be actually, you know, in your pocket. I just think it's got a lot more potential than what it's showing. But looking at that chart, I would probably say bearish. What does Jason say?
So Jason, let's see. Actually, that's a very good question. I think they just get... So actually, that's an interesting point, Andrew. Actually, I'm so glad you said that. I'm going to pull up something right now, which is going to explain that in a lot. You just hit the nail on the head. Here we go, right here. Okay, and can you see this news announcement in front of you right now? There we go. Okay, so boom. On Monday, XRP futures are going to launch. So Jason looks at the futures markets, and XRP will be added to the futures markets on Monday.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So we will have that data. Actually, we can probably ask him about that when new companies, new futures are listed. I'm talking a lot about new listings today. What, you know, does he add them to his things to trade? And yeah, so we'll find out. As of right now, it's not trading on the futures market, but it will come on Monday.
Yeah, so we can hopefully revisit that next week, right? And we'll have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, for myself, just looking at that chart, I'd say bearish, but listen, it's a guess, right? But yeah. What I'm seeing is higher high, higher low, higher low. I'm just seeing a
it could go either way. It's kind of neutral, I feel. If I had to pick, I would say down the middle for now, until further notice.
But I want XRP to do really well, so yeah, for once I want to be wrong.
Yeah, I wanted to do well as well. You're welcome. What's up? I think that was a great explanation by Andrew on the commitment of traders.
Okay, so the price is playing us now. It's just going back up to the opening range high again. It's on the 5-minute chart. It's tested 3 times. It's testing the 4th. It's testing and rejected. Testing, just rejected again.
You're looking at the 15-minute.
5-minute. And it's
okay.
just broken the opening range high. Okay. So we might be getting a trade away now after all. We'll have a look. So a little bit different on my chart probably from yours, right?
Yeah. Me on the cash, which is SPX, just not. Yeah, you go for it. Let me take off mine. There you go. So on the cash, it's not actually broken through just yet, but
we just zoom it so people can see. So yeah, here's mine. So yeah, we can see we tested once, rejected, tested twice, rejected, tested the 3rd time, rejected, and we are now testing the 4th time. And I'm looking to take a trade around 82 ticks.
Okay.
Trade in 1 to 2 1. So let me just get rid of this order here. Put it on market. What do we say we're looking at? Okay, so I might take this trade now, Mandela. What have we got? Just under. Okay, if we open above this and if we hit my entry here, I think I'll take the trade.
It's showing some strength here. Showing like it wants to move. I'm watching as well. So on the cash, it's actually just shy of that opening range high. But let's see what happens.
I like the music.
Oh well, there we go. I think we found the formula. I think we found what works.
Okay, we're opening above. Right, so Ash is saying what are ticks? They're like pips, but on the futures market they call them ticks, I believe. Yeah, so when I was trading Forex, it was pips. Now I swapped over to future. Everything's in ticks, but yeah, it's more or less the same, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pips, but in futures we call it ticks.
Very good questions. Very good questions.
Yeah, just listening to this music now. I just want a nice Cuba Libre, a banned cigar from Cuba. The sun, be great, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I need
dress up
as
as
well.
Don Johnson from Miami Vice in my linen gear. Let's go.
I can picture it already.
I got the pictures, but you'll never see them. But yeah. Okay.
I think there is a way to do like a proper poll in the live chat, and I would like to do a poll asking our live viewers: would you prefer to see the pictures? Would you prefer not to see the pictures?
Oh, definitely.
Just curious.
Definitely not. It's just gone 10 a.m. and people might not have had their breakfast yet. Poor chat.
That is a good point.
Yeah, it's a really good point. So yeah. I wish I was in South America right now listening to this music and the sun shining outside.
Yeah.
Yes. You gotta be missing Bermuda, right?
I am. There are certain days, especially when it's raining here, dark and gloomy.
Like 48 weeks out of the year. Yeah, great. So yeah.
Are you looking to get in?
I'm not at the moment. Potentially the next candle it could be. So you can see where I got the red and green box, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so you can see my entry line is basically in the middle of that. The reason why I got my entry there is just trying to avoid any false breakouts. So yeah, I'll be looking to take an entry there. But we can see now, what's that? That's the That's the 5th time it's rejected this opening range high. So could be looking at some shorts later on in the day. I can't see me taking a trade within the next 10 minutes unless something really happens. But yeah, it's really struggling. So there's some strong resistance there, right? So potentially won't be looking to take a trade.
Yeah, I think it's just not quite ready yet. I think yesterday was interesting because there was some back and forth around this time yesterday, and then not too long after, maybe about 2 hours into the trading day, we did get a eventual breakout to the upside. So sometimes it happens right out of the open, sometimes it's later.
Yeah, I caught that trade yesterday. Caught it quite early, and yeah, I think I was in the trade for about 3 hours, and nice. I think it went about 75% into the red. Then we got a nice turnaround into the take profit, and the price kept going. But yes, for myself, so we'd say that's what that's like a sucker punch, right? It's not a solid punch through our opening range high, and we can just see the price is Groundhog Day, right? We're back to ground zero. Here we are, but we can see that 200 moving average and that New York VWAP acting as some sort of support, right?
Yeah,
so we can see that. We just see we can see the price bouncing off that. So yeah, we'll wait and see. So yeah, I go for another 7 minutes, Mandela. I'm going to jump off then for a while, and I'm just going to set some alerts on the chart. I'll probably come back later. I got some things to do.
Yeah, not to worry. I may jump off as well. So yeah, we'll have to see how things move between now and then. But maybe we do get a nice breakout before then. We'll have to see. Not seeing anything from a news standpoint either on my end. Nothing really that could be driving it from a more news perspective.
Right. Okay. So this is interesting. 30 seconds to go, and potentially we could be looking to close. It would be the first close above the opening range. Yeah, not too confident in this at the moment. It's not looking great. So to me, we're just seeing just a sideways movement, right? Really, from the opening range, we've just seen the price consolidate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
that's it.
Yeah, we're not in the trending market. Seems to be ranging more than trending, and yeah, I'd like to see the market trending for the opening range.
Yeah, the strategy works best when we are trending, when we have that momentum. We see follow through, and those are the things that we're not getting yet. So what we do is we just patiently wait.
So yeah, this is painful, right? Yeah, I knew we should have talked about an animal. I'll definitely choose something for next week. You know, something to talk about.
Yeah,
Chat,
I think that's
anything you want us to talk about.
That's what did it for us last week, I think.
Yeah, we can't do alligators. We done them last week. Talking of alligators, I need some crocodile skin shoes for my linen suit, right?
Where are you going? Where are you going with the alligator shoes?
When you're in Mexico and places like Venezuela, you can pull it off, right?
Yeah.
Panama hat on, off you go.
Yeah, you could. People wouldn't blink an eye. Probably think, he's probably some type of futures trader or something.
Yeah, or some sort of fugitive, more like it. So yeah, we get a break. Yeah, not too comfortable with it at the moment.
It's kind of slow and steady.
Yeah, okay. If it hits my entry, I might take that trade. We'll see now. But it's undecided, right? So I'm just gonna quickly want to mark something in our chart.
Just asking everybody, if you are enjoying the live, please like the video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Just helps us to continue to grow and share and spread the love. So
it does help,
please,
yeah, definitely.
Please. Thank you.
box. Let's have a look over here. Okay. What I'm going to do here, Mandela, is I'm going to take it from here. Just going to mark us in here. I'm just using this as just an indication of the consolidation moves in. So yeah, if we see a breakout from here. So it's the breakout of the breakout, right?
Yes. Like a double, almost like a double breakout sort of thing.
So yeah, we can see the price. The wick actually is quite similar to this one here. So let's see if we can get the price up to here. It's a nice colorful chart.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things going on there. Definitely will keep you awake.
Yeah, we need to give this chart a name.
On what's going on.
Okay, do you want to look at anything else? Do you want to look at your chart? There's just nothing.
Yeah, let's have a look at my chart.
Just watching paint dry, right?
Yeah, let's have a quick look here at what's going on, and we can always revisit. We can always come back. Let's have a quick look at the cash. So we kind of got close to the opening range high for like a hot minute, but then yeah, it hasn't really it hasn't followed through like we like it to. So at the moment,
now we're getting some movement down. Okay, I need to bounce for 10 minutes. If he's still on, I'll be back. If not, I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, sounds good.
Excellent. Thanks, Mandela. I'll see you in a bit, yeah? Potentially now we could be looking at a short, so that's why the opinions don't matter, right? Gotta let the price come to you.
Precisely right, Andrew.
Right, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, cool. So we've swung from more or less the highs of the day, and so had a high there, and then had a high there. On the lows of the day, went below the previous close and moved right back in to the opening range. I guess this could be the second low, and now we're coming off of that very close approach to the opening range high. So nothing really much to do here, to be completely honest. We can have a look at what's moving outside of the S&P 500. It's okay. Maybe it is looking to move lower. I'll put this alert, and we're using Trading View. Interesting move. Fairly quick. Actually, let's cancel this. I'll keep an eye on this. I was going to close it and have a look at some other things, but it's starting to pique my interest here. So it took, let's calculate this. So it took more or less, let's see, it took 15 minutes to get here. And now it's taken 4 minutes to get back. So 15 minutes up, 4 minutes down, back at the same place. This is very, very common during OPEX options expirations, which we spoke about at the top of the show. We did mention that max pain level as well for options expiration being a lot lower than where we are now. So that could also be a target. I did draw that on the chart. It'll be closer to, I believe it's 58.40 could be a target for today. So still in the opening range, nothing really to do except for sit and wait. But we're approaching what would be the lows of the 5-minute opening range and also approaching the previous close. Very interesting to see. All right, so we're just waiting. Nothing to do except for weight. Let's see. I don't really want to get off of this at the moment. I know there's some, so there's been some headline news over in Twitter land as well, or X land. Let's see. Yeah, nothing really major happening. And as long as we're just gonna chop around up and down, I'm happy to just sit on my hands and patiently wait here. I'm gonna actually finish up the show a little bit earlier today. Galaxy just IPO'd today, first day of trading, slightly lower on the day, but if you're looking for something fresh and new, they do, or they're in the crypto space and also the AI space. Ticker symbol Golf Lima X-Ray Yankee Galaxy Digital. I believe it's Mike Novogratz who is heading up Galaxy. They were listed in Toronto and now they are listed on the NASDAQ. Okay. The funny thing is, as soon as we finish up the feed, there's going to be a move. So might as well just finish up now. Thank you everybody for watching again. If there's no other comments or questions, we enjoy doing this for each and every one of you. We do it when we can. As the price continues lower here, heading towards what would be the previous close. Very interesting to see how we react here at the previous close. I think there's probably a nice amount of orders down there. So let's see. It's gonna stay on for a moment. We've said this quite a few times today, but there is a large number of options expiring today, and we tend to get this sort of churn up and down, not really decisive moves on the day when options expire. And that's what we're seeing more or less. So that's the why this is happening today. And we're getting another push down to the previous close here. So $1.2 trillion of SPX expired this morning. And this afternoon we have another 320 billion. And as I say that, looks like SPX wants to move lower here. Let's see. So we'll be testing the lows of the morning, and I can zoom out a little bit here to see. Let's see what happens here. We'll jump higher. So the rules will say if we continue below the opening range, then that's when we want to follow the trend lower. And what I'll do is I'm gonna put looks like it's chopping around quite a bit. Let's be a little bit patient with it. So 5, 10. Just gonna add in here the low of the day. This was here. Interesting if we can make a new low for today. Here we go. Alrighty. 59, 14, 36. And we'll call that 15-minute Opening range low. Okay. So we are now red for the day. S&P has turned from green to red because we were below the previous close, and now it's gone back to green for the day. So really not the best trading environment. Options expirations tends to be a time when we try to limit our trades, limit the amount of time we're trading, and limit the number of trades that we're taking. So I think at this point, it's safe to say we're going to...
I'm back, bro.
Hey.
How are we doing? You finishing up or?
I'm going to finish up, yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah, thanks chat, thanks all. Happy trading, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully we get some movement. I'm potentially looking at a sell or Mandela.
Okay, I mean I think that's probably the right call here. Looks like it's gonna just take a little while to develop. If you want to stay on and run it on the live, then
no, I'm gonna jump off. I'm just gonna put the alerts on now, and potentially I'll take a sell. But yeah, no, thanks Mandela, thanks chat, and I'll see you all next week.
Yep, sounds good, Andrew. Thank you very much. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching our pre-market show. Today is Friday, 16th of May. Tomorrow we have PAX live and direct at this time on our Signature FX YouTube channel. Also, thank you to everybody in the live chat. And we really appreciate you sharing this time with us today. We call the show the Pre-Market Show, and we try and do this each and every Friday. From all of us here at Signature FX, if you're trading today, be safe. Remember, capital preservation is key. You don't have to win every single trade, but you do need to protect your capital so that you can live to fight another day. Have a great day, everybody, and happy trading.
Today's show is sponsored by thefivers.com, better funding for traders. Get qualified by a private equity fund and manage up to $4 million. So you can choose your funding journey. So you can start with the one-step program, which is hyper growth, two-step program, which is the high stakes, and the low-cost program, which is the boot camp. So pop over to thefivers.com. Please use our affiliate link for 5% off, and it's a great way to start your prop firm journey. Next to ourselves, it's TradeZella.com, the only tool you need to become profitable. So you've got powerful and automated trade journaling. Yeah, you can analyze your trading stats. You can gain some key insights. You can leverage up to 50 plus reports to monitor your progress. You can ask yourself a question after a week or two: do you have a profitable strategy? So you can go through your win rates, your profit factor, how many trades you actually missed. And you can even take it one step further. You can backtest, replay to help you improve. So pop over to TradeZella.com. Use the discount code SFX25 for a 10% discount. And finally then, it's STX4X.com, the all-in-one complete trading package. Perfectly crafted trading program that meets all the needs of traders. So from Forex, futures, options and more, STS4X provides mentorship and trading systems to suit every trader. So we got the all-in-one package there with this morning's sponsor. So thanks very much to thefivers.com, TradeZella.com and STS4X.com.